Humankind at present is causing more and more destruction to the planet, to the air, to the ground, to the water sources. It threatens the entire ecosystem. It threatens all animals, all plants, and humans themselves. And one of the most important, one of the major sources of pollution and of ecological degradation is the meat and dairy industry. And if we can produce cultured meat, it seems likely that the ecological footprint of cultured meat would be substantially smaller than the ecological footprint of normal meat. When you don't have to raise an entire cow in order to get a steak, or you don't have to raise an entire chicken in order to get a schnitzel, you just need this particular piece of meat, these particular cells. It reduces considerably the amount of water, the amount of fuel, the amount of nutrients that you have to invest in it, and also the amount of pollution that you are creating. If it can only be made economically feasible, I think that both the ethical and the ecological considerations would make cultured meat irresistible.
Cultured meat is based on tissue engineering. Tissue engineering is an approach which is now in the frontier of biomedical engineering. The concept is basically to culture cells in a culture dish, provide them with a system of stimuli, could be mechanical stimuli or biological stimuli, biochemical stimuli, that together push the cells, trigger the cells to create a three-dimensional construct, a three-dimensional structure of a functioning living tissue.
We believe that cultured meat has the potential to change the human food culture in a tremendous way. Meat could become more ethical, healthier, and most importantly, sustainable.
The Modern Agriculture Foundation is a non-profit organization whose main goal is to make cultured meat commercially available as soon as possible.
Our main project is the creation of cultured chicken breast. To do that, we've teamed up with Professor Amit Geffen from Tel Aviv University to initiate the feasibility study that will open the door for future research in this field.
Cultured meat is a very well-controlled system. Basically, you can control the amount of proteins, the amounts of fat, triglycerides and other components of fat in the cultured tissue. You can control the amount of antibiotics and hormones. You'll have the same product, a reproducible product with the same calorie value and with the same calorie components, so fat versus protein, in each and every sample that you're preparing. This is impossible to do if you culture meat in a conventional agricultural setting. What we would like to do in this project is to design a tissue-engineered chicken breast where we will take living cells from a chicken, a muscle source in a chicken, and we'll culture them in a culture dish so that they will compose and arrange a three-dimensional, organized skeletal muscle tissue that can be consumed as meat without basically growing up chickens for meat.
Cultured meat may be one of the most important revolutions in the history of food and in the history of humankind itself. Maybe the most important revolution since the agricultural revolution. It can change the way that we think about food, it can change the way that we produce food, and it can change the way that we relate to the world as a whole. The Modern Agriculture Foundation is one of the most innovative enterprises I've come across lately. If what they are working on will really succeed, it will completely change not only our industry and our food, it will change the way in which we relate to the rest of the world and to ourselves.
The Modern Agriculture Foundation is a non-profit organization whose main goal is to make cultured meat a commercially available product as soon as possible. We do that by acting on two different levels. On one level, we are promoting innovative cultured meat research by supporting and funding the research in academic research labs. And on the second level, we are raising awareness in the public to the advantages of cultured meat. We do that by accompanying students in their studies, by lobbying for governmental support, and by giving lectures in the academy and in other educational institutions. There has been a massive interest by the public and the media in our organization's work. That is due to the fact that while our organization is fresh and new, it is fully motivated and has succeeded in a very short amount of time to execute a worldwide pioneering project, and there are many more to come. This feasibility study is just one step towards the goal of making cultured meat a commercially available product. Our next projects are going to give an even more incredible boost to the cultured meat vision.
In order to execute all of our purposes, all of our plans, all of our projects, we need your support. This will make a revolution in the human food culture, and it will change the human history forever.